All right, so this is really cool. We haven't caught up in a while. We have Steven Curtis Chapman, the man, the myth, the legend on with us today. And we're actually going to use that saying, the man, the myth, the legend, as categories for some questions.
Okay.
Okay, so are you comfortable with the man, the myth, the legend?
Yes, mostly myth, but they're, and man, depending on who you ask.
Well, we're going to find out here.
Part, we're still, a legend in his own mind.
There you go. Well, let's take on the man.
Bro.
What does the man like to do when he's not being a Christian music icon?
I love being with my grandkids. I love being with my kids. Whatever it is that they're doing, whatever they're into, doing that together. And
you're embarrassing grandpa that shows up at the plays and everything.
Oh man,
with the
every
camera,
game, everything. I'm the one being obnoxious, and they're like, never mind him, that guy. We're still chasing around our daughter Stevie Joy. I mentioned before we went on air that she just won her cheerleading team at University of Alabama Roll Tide. Just won the national championship for co-ed cheer down in Orlando, Florida, the big championship that happens every year.
I couldn't watch that as a dad.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's like gymnastics and the balance beam. I would never let my kid do that because I'm like, oh no. And then you watch them with doing the competitive cheer, all the flyers and stuff.
And
I would watch it like this. Like there's no way.
That's her role. She's the tippy top flyer, teeny tiny person that they throw everywhere. So, but she loves it, and so we're kind of watching her, chasing her around the country, going to a lot of Alabama football games to watch her cheer.
All right, let's get on to the myth, okay? Originally, you were going to be a doctor, but you passed out the first time you saw blood in med school. Is that myth true or not?
It's absolutely untrue. Because I did not make it. I actually was a pre-med major. The truth of that myth, there is a tiny thread of truth in that. My dad, who is a guitar teacher, owned a music store, raised a family, put food on the table. I had really good grades for a little while in high school, and he said, son, God's given you a good brain. It's hard to feed a family playing a guitar. I've done it for that many years, but that's really hard, and very few people can do that and make a living. And as talented as you are, go get a real job, and then you can always try music at some point. But my encouragement, go to get an education. And I check the box, what's your major? Pre-med. I'm going to be pre-med major. So I had a bunch of chemistry and calculus classes and all that kind of stuff. So about 2 weeks in, nothing to do with blood. It had a lot more to do with calculus and chemistry.
100%.
And I was like, I'm not going to survive this for a year, much less 20 years or however long it takes to become a doctor. And incidentally, the same time I was realizing that, a cassette tape of some songs that I had written and recorded, literally on my little home cassette recorder, me and a guitar singing some songs, found their way into the hands of none other than Bill Gaither. And a young lady who had just graduated, who was really soaring and taking off in the music, with her amazing voice, recorded a song of mine. Her name was Sandy Patty.
What?
And that got my career kind of going. And
what
then
song?
another group that I'd grown up listening to called the Imperials recorded a song of mine. And so I was kind of that's where it started, was Anderson College.
And if nothing else, I'm sure you could buy an honorary doctorate or something. You're fine.
Well, Anderson did give me an honorary doctorate.
Of course they did. Then you're fine.
So I'm a doctor now.
You don't need that schooling stuff.
Yeah. Really.
All right. The man, the myth, the legend. Here's the legend. Do you know how many number one songs you've had?
I do know that.
But you don't want to brag.
I don't want to brag.
You want me to say it?
I want you can say it.
50.
If you would. 50 is what I've been told.
50 number one songs this man has had. Like, that is something that a lot of artists would die for, to get one, let alone 50. So who do you think is closest to you out of this list of number one songs themselves? Amy Grant, Toby Mac, Mercy Me, or Smitty, Michael W. Smith? Who's the closest to you?
Number one songs, I would probably say I might go with Mercy Me.
Mercy Me. Well, as it turns out, Mercy Me has had a grand total of 7 number one songs.
Are you serious?
Way short of 50.
That's
almost
crazy.
Embarrassingly short,
That
Bart.
is not even right.
Embarrassing, Bart. 7,
I'm
really?
sorry.
Yeah. Even SEC is laughing at you.
I'm in trouble. No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
So we kind of covered the fact that Steven Curtis Chapman came in here and was bragging about having 50 number one hits. No, he made me say it. Like, he's not going to tell you that, but 50 number one songs. That is amazing. You've written classic songs that people are going to be singing like for years, you know, like, which, I mean, that's a testament to your career. But what is a song that you love that you wish you had written?
First thing that comes to mind is friends are friends forever. If the Lord's the Lord of them. And a friend will not say never, 'cause a welcome will not end.
What song then still of yours excites you to play it? Like when you're like playing out and you're doing shows live, you're like, this is a song that I can't wait to get to in the set.
Probably one of my favorites to still play is, see if you know this one.
That's like some country riff too, man. Like, I love that.
On the bank of the Tennessee River, in a small Kentucky town, I drew my first breath on a cold November morning, and before my feet even touched the ground, with the doctors and the nurses gathered around, I started to dance.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Just fun to play. So it's like,
That's a great acoustic riff, too, man. You have a new song about your wife, Forever, the Love of My Life. And first of all, let me tell you, there's a line in this that resonated with me, and I want to play it for you real quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The fact that you get away with writing a song about your wife's menopause is amazing to me.
I know.
I could not write that verse. I would take a hit on this, and you just like, here it all is.
Yeah.
She's hot and she's cold.
Yeah.
And she loves me.
And I just, because, basically, you get a little bit of points for saying, I'm calling my wife hot, you know, in a song, you know, so my wife is hot.
Yeah.
But then she's cold. It's like, so I had recorded this song, finally finished it, and recorded it, and I thought, man, I would love to, share this song with the world. Do I have your permission, Mary Beth, to tell the world you're hot and you're cold, and you're kicking the covers off in 1 minute, and as the song goes on, I do a lot of telling on her, actually, and myself, and she said, yep,
I love it.
I love it.
So, I love it. Well, it's another song that, while it's about her, I think people find things in that that they can hold on to too for them. And so let's do it live, man. This is Forever the Love of My Life, Steven Curtis Chapman.
Well, she's hot, then she's cold. She's afraid and she's bold. Most times a lot bolder than me. And she's wrong, then she's right. Well, mostly she's right about just about everything. And she's beautiful even though she won't believe it. A warrior, a mother, a lover, and a wife. The girl of my dreams and the best part of me. And forever the love of my life. Well, she's soft and she's loud and a little too proud sometimes when she talks about her kids. And she's fierce when she fights about things that aren't right, trying to make this world better than it is. And she's beautiful even though she won't believe it. She smiles when I tell her, but I can see it in her eyes. She's deep as the sea, alluring mystery, and forever the love of my life. And sometimes I try to imagine me without her, but imagine a world with no blue skies or sunsets to see, or love songs to be heard. Well, she'll worry and fret about what isn't yet, Sometimes it can drive a man crazy, but when she laughs, it's a song that rights everything wrong. For me, it's nothing short of amazing. And she's beautiful, even though she'll never see it. If she could just once see herself through my eyes, well, maybe she'd see and really believe she's forever the love of my life.
There it is. That is amazing. There's so many great lines in that. And it's like, I mean, I will say it's awkward to sit this close to a dude when he's singing a love song.
Yeah,
you know, and you're just like...
Kind of wanted to hold my hand.
I'll get you through this.
Repulsed yet strangely attracted. I know, yeah.